YouTube. You already know what it is, baby. Genesys, baby, time. Let's go. Guys, just the other day I took Blue Eyes out to play some Genesys. Clapped up the place. Resolved gravity collapse. Made a grown-ass man cry about it. Yep. That's how it goes. But today, I've got a take 2 of the Regensis Voiceless Genesys deck list, right? I did drop a Regenesis Voiceless Genesis list a couple of weeks back. It was right before they announced like the monthly point changes. So you know what? I thought to myself, let's just drop another one. I made some changes, did some testing. I landed on an even better list in my opinion. And I'm happy to kind of walk you guys through it. So Regenesis, Voiceless Regenesis. Sorry, Regenesis, Voiceless Genesys. Okay, let's get right into it. 41 cards, 100 points. Majority of the points are spent on... it's actually a fair bit of distribution amongst engine and non-engine. But yeah, let's get right into it. So 41 cards, 100 points. Starting off with the rituals, so I've got 2 Seravis and the Skull Guardian. So the Seravises are 3 points each. I was playing the one, but I decided to up the count as it's actually good to open one of these now that you have Mourner in the format, right? Mourner is now at 3 points and is essentially like, a weaker version of effect. Right? This can interact with that. And you do need those bodies to be able to conduct ritual summons. So seeing one of these in your hand is actually not a bad thing when you're starting out. Some more Voiceless Engine. You got Low. This is your only normal summon in the deck. You, more often than not, don't even have to actually normal ever. So it's really good, and that's why we're actually playing Lava Golem in the side. But yeah, you got to max out on Low. She's the heart of the deck. Then 3 Saphira. You have to max out on her as well. And then you're going to play the one Old Man. You have to play the Old Man because this deck does have a pretty big board presence if you go full combo. And you're not really necessarily always backing up your board with too much interruptions from the back row or the hand. You are sometimes. Like there's still pretty good tech options that I've thrown in to allow for that, optimal layering to compete. But you need the Old Man in the case that, your Skull Guardian gets tributed, Kaiju, Lava Golem, Winged Dragon of Raw, Sphere Mode, Dark Ruler No More, Droplet, whatever it may be, Super Poly, whatever it may be. This allows you to essentially cheat out another Skull Guardian, or even Seravis for that matter, without, having to just completely get punished by one singular board breaker. So you have to play it in the Genesis format, the Old Man, because it allows for additional layering. It allows you to kind of reestablish your board presence if you get board broken. Cool. So now for the Voiceless Spells and Traps. Got the 1 Radiance Trap, 2 Prayers, the 1 Blessings, and the 1 Barrier of the Voiceless Voice. This is 33 points. It's quite expensive, but we're definitely going to be able to get away with 1. Don't play 3 of this. I'm seeing a lot of lists play 3 of this. It's a brick, guys. Don't do it. 2 is all you need. Because if you open the other, at least there's 1 in the deck. Awesome. Now for the Regenesis package. So I've got, same as last time, Warrior, the Sage, and the Archfiend. And then I've also got with it the Regenesis code. Again, really broken package. This is supposed to be instead of the Nadir Servant package. As you guys remember, in advance we played Nadir Servant, which was a busted card when Voiceless was meta. But Nadir Servant is 33 points, so this is what we substituted in. This is 0 points, all of it. This is actually a board-breaking package as much as it is an increased ceiling to your deck. So you've got your Archfiend searches any one of these other 5 cards. You've got your Sage, which is an Omnigate, and you've got your Warrior, which is a spin. So you use this going first, use this going second, and then your Regenesis code, essentially E-Telly in the draw phase to be able to get the Regenesis Archfiend out on board and then adds one or the other of these. Or if you're going second, you just easily go for the Warrior and with priority, tribute it, bounce target, bounce something. This also really this approach with the warrior and the e-teles synergizes really well with kaiju. So for example, you're gonna shotgun this, the e-tele and draw. You get your warrior on board. First action, kaiju, call priority, warrior tribute, target the kaiju, add the kaiju back to your hand, reestablish the kaiju on your opponent's board yet again, therefore getting multiple tributes off of one kaiju card. So really broken. Your Regenesis code is essentially 3 cards that counts towards your non-engine board breaking capacity going second, in my opinion. Awesome. Some more engine. 3 pre-preps. These are 10 each. Not bad. I'm happy with the amount that they're at. You have to max out on it. I'm also running a Radiant Typhoon package. So the 1 MST and 3 Radiants. There is a fair bit of quick plays in this. So you're definitely going to be able to resolve these and draw 2. 2 Cosmics. And then 3 Book of Lunar Eclipses. Lunar Eclipses for Genesys. Pretty good. And then we do run a small but mighty hand trap package. 3 Nib, 3 Impulse, and the Fire Attacker for a odd 41. The reason why I went with this is, in my mind, you have your Typhoon to draw 2 on your turn. You can keep these in your deck first and second. Does not matter to be able to draw into maybe the Nibiru or, something else. I don't know. But I felt like going first and second, I needed 2 cards to go draw, because this deck will brick. So let's say, you draw 2 on your opponents, then you have a Typhoon in hand, you draw another 2, that's 4 cards. And then your Nibiru just naturally synergizes with both your pre-prep add of the prayers and your Saphira dump, and then ritual banish the Saphira to ritual summon. This synergizes really well in either one of those cases. So it's always going to be a body that you can potentially tribute should you have to. Yeah, so that's it for the main deck. Let's talk a little bit about the extra. So we got the Flare Metal Dragon. This is 1 point now after the point adjustment. Yeah, I mean, the deck is still at an even 100 points. This is really good in case, you establish a lot of good bodies, you attack for a little bit of damage. You don't necessarily kill your opponent. Your opponent's down to 1,500 life points. You just kind of slap this on board with 2 level 7s, and then you're able to kind of let your opponent kill themselves, just trying to resolve some effects. So it's kind of like a win condition in some cases. Some more generic rank 7s. They got 2 Big Eyes, Draco Sack for some tokens that can be tributed and or used to pop things. I got a Tower Harmonizer. Harmonizer could be cool as a tower. I was reading some of the bulk from Doom of Dimensions. This thing's actually crazy, guys, in Genesys format. Let's read this guy together. This ugly guy, Gerzebs, the gold gluten. Yeah. Really ugly beast, guys. Dark, Reg 7, ugly ass beast. Gains 700 attack for each material. It's fine, you can just stick him in defense mode. Once per chain, when a normal or quick play, let me get that in the picture, guys, so sorry. When a normal or quick play spell is activated, quick effect, you can attach that card on the field to this card, to this face-up card, and if you do, this card is unaffected by that activated card. During the end phase, you can set 1 spell card that is attached to this card. You can only use the effect of Gerzebs, the gold glouton, once per turn. Insanity. Guys, this guy immediately in the chain, when a normal or quick play spell is activated, he just attaches your opponent's card to himself. This means, let's say they go, I don't know, Raigeki, chain 2, call him Glouton. Let's call him Glouton. You chain Gluton, you attach Raigeki, and then he doesn't get popped. You stick him in defense, obviously. He doesn't get popped. Because he's unaffected immediately, because he's always going to resolve as chain 2 in the chain link. So your opponent literally has to go like Raigeki, chain 2, I don't know, Widow Anchor, like a quick play, to be able to actually out this tower. But this is 100%, when I read a card like this, it doesn't make sense in advanced, but in Genesys, holy, this thing is broken, guys. This is literally an even crazier tower than this thing, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. They have to like kaiju this thing, I guess, to out or run it over. It's 25 defense. It's not too bad. But yeah, it gains 700 for each material attached, so it can get pretty big if you want. Maybe if you want to play a Zeus package as well, this thing can get pretty crazy. But Zeus costs points, probably. Comment down in the description actually how much points Zeus is. I haven't even checked, but there's maybe like a an option to play Zeus. The last but not least, the most important rank 7 actually is going to be our Armed Dragon of Annihilation. So I've talked a little bit about this guy, but he actually synergizes really well with the Regenesis package, just because your Regenesis code, basically what this allows you to do is, you go rank 7s, you blow up your opponent's board, and then on resolution of you popping something on your opponent's side, you're going to actually banish one of the like Archfiend names, the Sage or the Warrior. And then what you're going to be able to do is, on the same turn that you're playing, you can actually banish Regenesis code and revive from banishment any one of your Archfiends to the field. So it's actually not only a good way to break into your opponent's board, but it's a way to actually get your Regenesis names, your monster names, into rotation, which is pretty incredible. So yeah, that's that. I've got some now Dogmatica targets. Got the Ignister. I need a Malong in here somewhere, so feel free to cut any one card from the extra deck for a Malong. You definitely need a Malong somewhere. I'm just waiting for mine to come in the mail, but yeah, maybe you cut like a Valon or a Mario Logic and call it a day, and you have the Malong. You 100% need a Malong somewhere in this list. So yeah, that's it for extra 15 as well. Last but not least, the side we got Dogmatica Punishment. Really good to go first. Allows you to utilize the fact that we're running a lot of Slayer targets in the extra, because we don't really have to go too much into the extra. Mistaken Arrest. This is Ash and Droll combined in one card going first. Absolutely busted. Seeing any one of these just means that your end board is going to be really, really layered and nice. Got Slayer, because we play all those Dogmatica targets. Lava Golem. Again, we don't really normal summon, so we can get away with playing this. And it's, believe level 8, so it means it synergizes with Saphir to be able to ritual. Also, like I said, you can go E-Telly, Regensis Code, Warrior, and then summon this to your opponent's side, Warrior, bounce this back to your hand, and then tribute another 2 on your opponent. So it's 4 tributes off of 1 Lava Golem, which is pretty insane. And then last but not least, some more back row hate. I played the Hate Trunade. The reason why I think this card is a really good staple in Genesis is because I feel like a lot of people might just set a lot of traps against your floodgates that they can only activate at certain moments, like if you have like monsters on the field or what have you. So it's actually a really good way to just kind of bounce it all to your hands, because the deck easily puts up over 8k onto the field to be able to punch for game. There's no excuse not to be able to, I think, FTK your opponent with this deck list. But anyways, guys, that's it from me. I'll talk to you guys on to the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, that's the list for Genesis, Regensis, Voiceless. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.